Guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 2-2 of May-June 2018. Okay, let's move on to question number 1. So here we have 1A. Each week, Leah works 5 days and is paid this much. So this is for 5 days. So how much she gets paid for 1 day? So 682 divided by 5. That will be 136.4. That is for 1 day. Now, each day she works from this time to this time and then from this to this. So let's find out how long does she work. So let's do one by one. So this. So we do 12, 15 minus 8, 45. That will be 0. This is 1, 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 plus 1 will be 3. And this is 330. And how about this one? That will be 1730 and 1315. So we will have 15 and 4. So in total, she works 7 hours and 45 minutes. So that will be 7 and 45 minutes. So that is, she works in 1 day. Okay. So find Leah's hourly rate. We know that in 1 day she gets paid this much. So it means that if this much hours represent this much, how much does 1 hour represent? So we have to divide this by this. So 136.4 divided by 7 and 3/4. That will be 17.6. That is the hourly rate. So just to explain, how do I have 3/4 here? Because this is minutes. If you want to convert minutes to hours, you have to do divide by 60. Because in 1 hour we have 60 minutes, this will be 3/4. So that's how I have 3/4 here, and this is her hourly rate. So that was part 1. Now part B. Carlos buys a new bicycle. After 1 year, he sells it for this price. He makes a loss of 16% on the price he paid. So what does it mean? It means that at this price, he made a loss of 16%. So you have to do 100 minus 16. So he sold it at 84% of the price. Now question is, find the price Carlos paid for the bike. So the price paid will be 100%. So that will be 231 divided by 84 times 100. So let's do that. 231 divided by 84 times 100, that will be 275. So that is the price he paid for the bike. Now part C. The exchange rate between dollars and euros is $1 to 0.44 euros. Now Henry changes 850 to euros. So let's do that. So it will be 0.44 times 850 for the number of euros that he will have. So 0.44 times 850, that will be 374 euros that he will have from this. Now he spends 260 on when he is on holiday. He changes the rest. So let's find out what is the rest. The rest will be this minus his expense. So 374 minus 260, that will be 114. That is rest. That is, of course, euro. Now he changes the rest back to dollars at the same rate of $1 to 0.44 euros. Calculate how much money in dollars he receives. So let's do that. We know that 0.44 euros equal to $1. So how much this one equals to? It will be 1 divided by 0.44 times 114. So let's use our calculator. 1 divided by 0.44 times 114. That will be 259.09. Now I'll give you an answer to the nearest dollar. It will be only this. So your answer will be $259 for how much he receives at the end. Moving on to part D. Anya has 3,000 to invest. When you say invest, it is the principal. In a savings account for 3 years, that's the number of years, 3. Now, we have two options, option A and option B. As you can see here, year 1, option A, we have 3 years, and every year they add interest onto the year. And now option B, it is a fixed compound interest. So let's do one by one, right? So if she chooses this option A, how much money will she have at the end? So she will have, this is an investment, 3,000, that's the P. But every time you can see it is being compounded every year. So let's do that. So what is the amount at the end? It will be, so the first time they will add a 1.1% interest. So what is 1.1%? 1.1 divided by 100, that is 0.011. So at the end of the year she will have 1.011 times 3,000. That's for the first year. Now on top of that, you can see they add 1.2% on top of that, so they will have to multiply this by 1.012. That's at the end of the second year. Now third year, they add 1.4% on top of this one, so they have to multiply this by 1.014. So this is the amount of money that she will have at the end of the 3 years. So let's solve. 1.014 bracket 1.012 bracket 1.011 times 3,000 bracket. So it becomes 31123675. That is option A. Now for option B, we have a fixed rate. So we have P as 3,000. We have rate at 1.3 per year. We have years as 3. So we have to find the amount after 3 years. We use the formula, which is P 1 plus R power n. So P will be 3,000. 1 plus R is 1.3%. Power, and it is 3. So this will be how much? We have to do from the inside out. So 1 plus 1.3 divided by 100 power 3 times 3,000. That will be 3118.5275. Okay, so we have option A and option B. Now it says decide which account she chooses and find the amount she will have in her account at the end of the 3 years. So she choose account B and she will have this much. 2SF will be, 2 decimal place will be this much. That is question 1. Question number 2, part A. Jenny recorded the time in minutes of 40 movies. So we have 40 movies in total. 40 will be here. Now the table summarizes her results. Here we have a few groups, 60 to 80, 80 to 100, this and this, right? I have a few groups. Now this one is, on the grid, draw the frequency polygon to represent this information. So when you see frequency polygon, you have to find the point, midpoint of those groups. Let's call them X. The midpoint will be 70, this will be 90, this will be 110, this will be 130, and this is 150. So how do I find the midpoint? I take this plus this divided by 2, you get this. Take this plus this divided by 2. So this is the midpoint of those groups. Now let's plot the graph. This is the X and this is the Y. So first one, X will be 72. So let's find that. 72 will be here. Then we have 97. So 97 will be here. Then we have 110.15. So 110.15 will be about here. And we have 130.11. So 130.11 will be on this point. Right. And then 155. 150 here. 5 will be on this point. So as you can see, those are the points. We have to join them with straight lines. I will try to use a different color here so we can see the lines properly. So here we go. And this joining with this one. And that's the last one. Okay, and that's it for question part A. So just to recap, whenever you have groups, as you can see, and if you see frequency polygon, you have to find the midpoints. That will be your values on the x-axis. So part B, it says Jenny asks 60 people how many movies they had each watched in the last month. The table summarizes her results. Okay, so this is the number of movies and this is the frequency. So she asked 60 people, so she needs to have 60 at the end. So if you add everything together, you have 60. So let's do that. So we don't know the value of P, we don't know the value of Q, but that's okay. Let's first add the numbers. So 14 plus 15 plus 7 plus 5 plus 2. That will be P plus Q plus 43 equal to 60. So the first equation we have will be P plus Q equal to 60 minus 43. That will be 17. That's our first equation. Now, it says here the mean number of movies watched is 2.3. So how do you find mean? You know, you have to find the sum of fx divided by the number, which is 60. So this is f, and this is x, so find fx, so times both. What do we have? So let's find out. So this will be 0 plus 14 plus 30 plus 21 plus 4q plus 25 and plus 12 divided by 60 must equal to 2.3. So let's solve this. What do we have? So on top, let's add all the numbers together. We have 14 plus 30 plus 21 plus 25 plus 12. That will be 102 plus 4q equal to 60 times 23. Sorry, 2.3. That will be 138. So value of 4q will be 138 minus 102. That will be 36. So q will be 9. So now find the value of p from here. So if q is 9, p will be 17 minus 9. So 17 minus 9, that will be 8. Value of p is 8 and value of q is 9. That is part B of question 2. Moving on to part C. Jenny also asked which type of movie each of the 60 people prefer to watch. The table summarizes her results. As you can see, we have 4 types of movies: action, comedy, drama, and horror. And this is the number of people who likes each of them. So in total, we have 60 people again. Now, complete the pie chart to show the results. So we have to find the section that each type represents. So what is the angle that this represents? So pretty easy. 24 divided by total 60 times 360 for the sum of the pi. So this is 144. Okay, how about this one? 15 divided by 60 times 360. That will be 90. So let's do that. 90 will be, so in this case you can also use your protractor to make it as accurate as possible. So 90 will be this line. This is comedy for 90. Now this one's a drama, 9. So 9 divided by 60 times 360, that will be 54. So 54 will be well. So this is 50. 54 will be on this line. So that is your angle 54 here, and that will be drama. And the last one will have to be horror. Okay, so this is your pie chart for part C1. Now part 2, it says one of the 60 people is chosen at random. Find the chance that this person preferred drama or horror movies. So how many people prefer drama or horror? So let's find out. Drama or horror is 9 plus 12, that is 21. So the chance will be 21 divided by 60 people in total, that will be 7 over 20. This is your answer for part A. Now part 3, 2 people of the 60 people are chosen at random. So let's say P1 and P2, 2 people, right? Now calculate the chance that they both preferred comedy. So here we see comedy is 15 people. So for the first one, it will be 15 over 60. But then when you take him off, we will have only 14 people who likes comedy, and in total only 59 left. So let's do that. So 15 divided by 60 times 14 divided by 59. That will be 7 over 118. And this will be your answer for part 3 of this question. So that's it for question number 2. And let's move on to the next question. Question number 3, part A. So you have to solve this equation. So the first thing you do is to have expand the brackets. So we have 3x plus 30 equal to 12 minus 7x. Now we send this one over here, we will have 3x plus, if it was minus, we send this will be plus 7x equal to 12 minus 30. So 10x equal to minus 18. X will be minus 18 divided by 10. That will be minus 1.8. Or you can just simplify, it will be minus 9 over 5 if you want to. So that is the other answer. Now part B is solve this equation. So here we have y already. So we make y the subject of formula. That will be 9 minus 6x. Now for the first one, we have 4x minus 3. What is y? Y is 9 minus 6x equal to 28. So we have to expand the brackets. Will be minus 27 minus minus is plus 18x equal to 28. Now this plus this, that will be 22x equal to 28 plus 27. So 22x equal to what? So let's do 28 plus 27. That will be 55. X is equal to 55 divided by 22. So if you divide by 11, that will be 2. That will be 5. So 5 over 2, which is 2.5. If you want to, you can choose this one or this one as your answer. Now y is equal to 9 minus 6 times 5 over 2. That will be 1, 3, becomes 9 minus 3 times 5 is 15. That will be minus 6. So your answer here will be x equal to 2.5 and y is minus 6. Now for part C, we have to divide those two. Let's look one by one. So first one is v square minus 8v. That will be v out. We have v minus 8. And this one will be 2v square minus 13v minus 24. So how do you factorize this? So we have 2v square. It is 2v times v. And what is 24? 24 is, it can be 1 times 24, it can be 2 times 12, it can be 3 times 8, it can be 4 times 6. But we are looking for minus 13. So how do you get minus 13 from the factors. Let's find out. We have to try. So we can use this one and give a try. So we put 8 here and put 3 here. So what we will have, so 2v times 8 will be 16 minus 16, and plus 3v will be minus 13. So that is good. That is good. Now, so replace back in the fraction. We have v minus 8 over 2v plus 3, v minus 8. So remaining will be v 2v plus 3. That is your answer for part C, and that was question number 3. Question number 4, we have A. This is the universal set. It is numbers from 1 to 18. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. That's my universal set. Now, A is prime number. So prime will be 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Those are the prime numbers of this set. Okay, so now we say we have to find this one. As you can see, part 1, complete the Venn diagram to illustrate the information. So we have remaining 5, 7, 11, 13, and 17. So what do we have outside? Let's have a look. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is outside, 9, 10 is outside, 11, 12, 13, 14 is outside, 15 is outside, 16 is outside, 17, 18. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 18 numbers in total, which is good. Okay, so part 2, complete the description of set B. So set B, x is a factor of which number? So this is a set B. So we have to observe. As you can see, it is not a prime factor, it is not composite, it is not odd or even. We can try to find the so what is 1? 1 is really just 1 times 1, right? 2 is 2, 3 is 3, so those are numbers. 4 is 2 times 2, 6 is 2 times 3, 9 is 3 times 3, 12 is what? 3 times 2 times 2, and lastly we have 18, which is 3 times 3 times 2. So let's try to find the LCM of these numbers. You will have LCM of these numbers. You have 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So your answer will be 36. So the factor of 36. Now part 3, find the number of A union B. So let's count. Inside we will have 13 numbers because outside we have 5. It means that inside there needs to be 13 numbers. Now list the elements of A prime intersection with B. So A prime will be outside of A, and this will be the set we're looking for. So it will be 1, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18. That's the set of this. Now part B, find the lowest common multiple of 140 and 770. So let's find out. 140 will be, that's 70, 35, 5 and 7. 770 will be what? 7, that'll be 110. 2 will be 55. Divide by 5, we have 11. So 140 is equal to 2 times 2 times 5 times 7, and 770 is equal to 2 times 5 times 7 times 11. So LCM will be this, 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 and this. So we have to take the most of each factor. So here we have 2, 5, 7, 11 as factors. So we have to look where does it happen the most. So as you can see, this one is the most, and 5 is the same amount, 7 is the same, and here is 11. So that will be your LCM. 2 times 2 times 5 times 7 times 11. That will be 1540. That will be your LCM for these two numbers. Now part C, it says that a rectangular field measures this much by this much. The whole field is divided into identical square plots with no land remaining. So we have this. This is 450 and this is 306, and we have square plots. So in this case, as you can see, we need to find the largest possible side. We have to find the highest common factor of those two numbers. So let's find out. 450, just to divide by 5, that will be 9, 0. Divide by 3, that will be 30. Divide by 3, that will be 10. Divide by 5, that will be 2. So 450 is equal to, we have 2 times 3 power 2 times 5 power 2, and 306. So what is 306? Divide by 2, 153. Divide by 3, 51. Divide by 3, 17. So 306 will be 2 times 17. So what is the HCF of these two numbers? It will be 2 times 3 power 2. That will be 18. So your side needs to be 18 in this field. That is question number 4. Question number 5, part A. We have OAB is a sector of a circle, center O. So OAB, it's a sector, as you can see. The radius is 11, so this is also 11. Now, this angle is 134. Question part A, calculate the length of the arc AB. Arc AB. So we actually have to use a formula. Arc is equal to angle, which is 134, divided by 360, times 2 pi r. R is 11. So let's do that. So 134 divided by 360 times 2 pi r. 2 times pi times r is 11. That will be 25.726. So let's write this down, correct to one decimal place. That'll be 25.7 centimeters. Now, calculate the shortest distance from O to the line AB. So when you see this, it is always the perpendicular distance. So what is that? It will be this one. So we have to find this distance. So how do you find this? So you can see that this is it cuts this exactly half at 90. So this angle here will be what? So 134 divided by 2. That will be 67 for half of the angle. We know this is the hypotenuse. We are looking for the adjacent side. We will use cos, right? So let's use cos. So cos of angle 67 is equal to adjacent side O. Let's call it OM. Let's call this one M. Divide by 11. So OM is equal to 11 cos 67. So 11 cos 67, that will be 4.2298. That is 4.30. That is your part 2. Moving on to part 3. It says volume of a cone is this, given to us. Now curved surface area of a cone is pi r L. L is this slant height. We don't know yet. So now a cone has height of 9.5 and a volume of 115 centimeter cube. The height is this and the volume is this. Now show that the radius of the base is this. So we have to use the volume to find the radius. So we know the volume is given by this formula, which is, so 1/3 pi r square h, height will be 9.5, must be equal to 115. Find the value of r. So let's do that. R square will be 115 times 3 divided by 9.5 pi, which is equal to what? Times 3 divided by 9.5 pi. That will be 11.5596. So r is equal to square root of that, 3.3999, which is 3.4 correct to 1 decimal place. So just say shown as required. Now part 2. Calculate the surface area of the cone. So for you to find the surface area, you have to use pi r L. So what is the value of L? We don't know yet. So what do we know? We know that the radius is 3.4 and the height is, this is the same as the height, is 9.5. We have trying to find this one, and this is a right angle. So we use the Pythagoras theorem again. Let's call this L. So we have L square is equal to 9.5 square plus 3.4 square. So L must be square root to answer. Let's find out. 9.5 square plus 3.4 square root, that will be 10.09 for the value of L. Now to find the area, curve area, that will be pi times r, which is 3.4, times L, which is 10.09, as we have just found. So pi times 3.4 times 10.09, that will be 107.77. So write your answer correct to 1 decimal place. You will have 107.8. That is part B of this question. So that is question number 5. Question number 6, part A. Complete the table for this equation. So we just have to replace the value of x in this to find the value of y. So x is minus 1. So we have 1 square, which is 1, divided by 2, minus 3 times minus 1 plus 2. That will be 5.5. And for the point 7, 7 square will be 49, divided by 2, minus 3 times 7 plus 2. That will be 5.5 as well. Okay. So now let's try to plot the graph for these coordinates. We have x and y, and this is the graph from minus 1 to 7. So the first point is minus 1, 5.5. So minus 1 is here, 5 is here, 0.5 will be in between. That's the first point. We have 0, 2. 0, 2 will be on this side, and we have 1 minus 0.5. So 1 minus 0.5 will be on this point, right? And then we have 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 will be on this point. And we have 3 minus 2.5. 3 minus 2.5 will be in between these two. Then we have 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 will be right here. And we have 5 minus 0.5. It will be between this one. And we have 6, 2. 6, 2 will be this one. and the last one will be 7, 5.5, 7, 5.5 will be in between 6 and 5. Okay, I will try to use a different color to join all the points of this curve. So you have to try your best to make it as smooth as possible. So let's try. So I'll join this to this. So this is okay, this is my curve for this equation. Now question part C, it says that by drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient at the curve at this point. X equal to 1.5. Where is that? 1.5 is here. So this is the point. So we have to draw a tangent at this point. So let's find 2 points that it goes through, so we can find the tangent correctly. So I have 1 point here, and I have 1 point here. 1 point and 1 point here. So this point is 3.5 and minus 4, and this one is minus 0.5 and 1. Okay, so let's find the tangent for this line. So the first point is minus 0.5, 1, and this is 3.5 minus 4. That is x1, y1, x2, y2. So gradient will be equal to y2 minus y1, so minus 4 minus 1, divided by 3.5 minus 0.5. That will be minus 5 divided by 4, which is, let's find out. So minus 5 divided by 4, that will be minus 1.25 for the value of the gradient. Okay, so that is my answer for part C. Now moving on to part D, it says complete these inequalities to describe the range of values of x for which y is more than 0. So let's find out, where is y more than 0? So as you can see here, y is this one where it is positive. So I'd see it is positive starting from these 2 points. It will be after this or before this. So what is this point? This is 5.25, and here we have, this is 0.5 is here, 0.6, 0.0, that will be 0.75. This is 5.1, 5.2, 5.50. So this is the two values that we have for x for which y starts to begin being positive. So let's write this down. The first value will be when x is less than this, 0.75, and here we have when x is more than this, more than 5.5. Okay. Now question part 2, on the grid draw this line. So let's say if x equal to 0, y will be 3. The first one is 0, 3. Now if y equal to 0, x will be 4, so 4, 0. So we have 2 points. Let's try to draw this on this graph. First point is 0, 3 and 4, 0. So 0, 3 will be here and 4, 0 will be here. Let's join them. And see where do we cut the curve. So that is the line 4y plus 3x plus 12. Okay. Now question is, the x coordinates of the point of intersection of this line and the curve are the solutions of this equation. right? Find the values of A and the value of B. So let's do that. So how do you find the two values? So we have this equation, which is 4y plus 3x equal to 12, and the main equation will be y equal to x squared over 2 minus 3x plus 2. So replace the value of y. We have 4 times y, which is x squared by 2 plus 2 plus 3x equal to 12. Now if you expand, you will have 2x squared minus 12x plus 8 plus 3x equal to 12. So 2x squared minus 9x, that will be minus 4 will be equal to 0. So compare this to that, you will have 2x squared plus ax plus b is equal to 0. So the value of a is minus 9, value of b is minus 4. So a will be minus 9 and b is minus 4. And that is question number 6. Moving on to question number 7. So here we have A, B, C, and it says a yacht sails the triangular route shown. So this is the triangle ABC. Now the bearing of B from A is 135 and the BC length is 3.7 km, AC will be 2.8 and ABC is 42. Question part 1. Show that angle CAB will be this angle here is equal to 62.2. So you know this side and this angle, you know this side, and you have to find the corresponding angle. So you have to use the sine rule. So sine rules tell you that 2.8 divided by sine 2.8 sine of 42 will be equal to this side, which is 3.7 divided by sine of angle A. So find the angle A. So cross multiply, you will have sine A equal to 3.7 of sine 42 divided by 2.8. So now if you simplify this, you will have 3.7 sine of 42 divided by 2.8. That will be 0.884. Now you have to find A. A will be the sine inverse of this answer. So let's find out. Sine inverse of answer will be 62.15. So to one decimal place, it will be 62.2 degrees. It is same as this, so you say shown as above. Okay, so this angle here will be 62.2. Now question part B. Find the bearing of A from C. So let's go to the point C. You have to draw the north line. That's the north line. So we have to find the bearing of A from C. We have to find this angle. So how do you find this angle? You can extend this line here, right? This angle here is equal to this angle here. So we can find this angle here and we can find this one. So how do you find this one? So this one, let's call it X. How do you find angle X? We know this is a straight line and this angle here will be 180. So X equal to 180 minus 135. That will be 7, 10, 5, 4. So angle X is equal to 45. We know this big angle here is 62.2. So this one will be, let's call it Y. Y will be 62.2 minus 45. That will be 2. Let's do this. 62.2 minus 45, that will be 17.2. So angle Y here will be 17.2. So if this is 17.2, this also will be the same. So your answer for the bearing of A from C will be 17.2 degrees. Now for part C, the yacht sails from A to B, C, and to A. So it has from A to B to C and to A. So the whole route. Now says find the total length of the route. So the first route is A to B plus B to C and C to A. So let's find this length. So we don't know how much is AB. We know BC is equal to 3.7 and CA is equal to 2.8. So we have to find the length of BC. So how do you find BC? You'll have to use sine rule again. So what is this angle? So we know the sum of all the angles is 180. So this one will be what? 180 minus 42 minus 62.2. This one will be 75.8. This is the side AB. So we have to use the sine rule again. So we say that for AB, we write here. So AB, it is over the sine of 75.8 equal to 2.8 over 42. Sine of 42, sorry. So AB is equal to 2.8 sine of 75.8 divided by sine of 42. So let's simplify. What do we have? So 2.8 sine of 75.8 divided by sine of 42. That will be 4.056677. So let's add this to that. Let's with one decimal place will be 4.06. So let's add them together. We will have what answer? This plus 3.7 plus 2.8 becomes 10.556. So your right will be correct to 1 dp. That will be 10.6 km. And this is question number 7. Number 8. So we have OYC. OYC is a big triangle. The point A is on OY. This is the point A on OY. We have a point B on CY. PB is on CY. Now we say AB is parallel to OC. So these two are in the same direction. So from this, what can we know? As you can see here, we have this interior angle will be equal to this one. So this angle is equal to this angle. Also, this angle here will be equal to this angle. And finally, this angle here is equal to this one. Because this line is parallel to this line and they are joined by the same diagonal. So because of that, we have all these angles being equal. Okay. So now part A, prove that triangle ABX is similar to triangle COX. This is ABX and COX. As you can see, we can prove they are similar by showing that all the angles are equal. So pretty easy, right? So first thing first, let's write down. This angle here will be BAX. Angle BAX is equal to X, so OCX. OCX. Why? Because they are alternate angles. And next one will be angle here, ABX is equal to ABX COX. Why? Because of the same reason, they are alternate angles. And the last one will be angle this AXB is equal to OXC because they are vertically opposite to each other. Okay, you have 3 reasons, you have 3 marks, and this is why they are similar to each other. Moving on to part B, we have OA as 3A, we have OC as 6C, and the ratio of CB and BY is 1 to 2. So let's write this down on this triangle. So it says we have OA as 3A, so OA is this one, 3A. We have OC as 6C, OC will be 6C. And we have ratio of CB, this is ratio of 1 to 2, which means this big one will be 3, right? CY is 3, and this is 2, this is 1. I hope that makes sense. Now for part 1, find as simply as possible in terms of A, OC, the value of AB. So find the value of AB. So we can use similar triangles for this big triangle. As we can see, this big triangle OAC is similar to the triangle AYB. This is the same angle for both triangle, and we have to find the length of AB. So let's say AB, this is the length opposite to this angle, and this is for the small triangle, and opposite to the same angle for the big one, it is over 6C, will be equal to this angle here. So this angle here is the same as this one. So opposite we have 2 divided by, this will be 3. So the value of AB will be 2 over 3 times 6C. That will be 4C. So part 1, AB will be 4C. So let's write this down, 4C. Now part 2, find the length of CY. So where's CY? CY is this, CY. We can first do CO and OY. So CY equal to CO and OY. So what is CO? CO will be minus 6C. What is OY? So OY, we don't know, but we know that OA is 3, and the ratio of OY to OA is 3 to 1, because as you can see here, this is 1 and this is 2, and this big will be 3. So this big will be ratio of 3. So this will be 9A OY. So 9A. So your answer will be 9A minus 6C for the value of CY. Now part C, find in its simplest form the ratio of OX and XB. So where's OX? OX is this and XB is this. So we have to find these two ratio. So we first have to observe which triangle is similar, and we can find the ratio. So we have proven that AXB is similar to triangle OXC, and that's okay. How about this side? We have to use the similar triangles to find out the ratio of OX and XB. OX is this to this, XB is this to this. As you observe, it is a side opposite to this angle and this angle. So here we have a ratio of OX over XB is equal to the ratio of this side, which is so we did this one first, so this side will be 6C over 4C. I hope that makes sense, because we're just comparing the ratios of the corresponding sides. Now you simplify, C goes away, that will be 3 over 2. So the sides OX is 3, XB is 2. OX will be 3, XB is 2. So your answer will be 3, 2. Now find the ratio of triangle COX and triangle XABX. So ABX, COX. So As you have seen, the ratio of the side is 3:2. Ratio of triangle needs to be 3:2 square, be 9:4. So that will be your answer for this one. Now for the last one, triangle AYB and trapezium OABC. Triangle AYB is this one, and OABC for this one. So what is OABC? It is this big one minus this small one. So you can see the ratio of the sides is this, right? But for area, let's first write down for this one. Area will be 2 square. And for trapezium, it is actually this big one, which is 3 square, minus a small one, 2 square. So 3 square minus 2 square, that will be 4. 9 minus 4, which is 5. So ratio will be 4:5. And that's it for question number 8. Question number 9, part A. On Monday, Ravi goes on a 20k run. So that's the distance, 20k. His average speed for the first 12 is x. So 20k, we have a first 12 and a last 8. So 12 and 8, right? For the first 12, it is x kilometers per hour. Speed is x, as you can see here. Now, write down an expression in terms of x for the time taken for the first 12 km. Give your answers in minutes. So, here, it says that it goes in 1 hour. He does x km. Now, for 12 km, how much it will take? Will be 1 divided by x times 12. That will be hours. So you have to convert this to minutes. You have to times 60. That will be 720 divided by x. So that's the first expression that we have. Now for part 2, his average speed for the final 8 is 1.5 km per hour, slower than the first 12. So at first it is x, slower will be x minus 1.5. Now for the last, write down the expression in terms of x for the time taken for the final 8. So here we know that the speed is x minus 1.5 km per hour, which means he does this much km in 1 hour. So how much is 8 km? It will be this 1 divided by x 1.5 times 8. Now this will be in terms of hour, and to find in minutes you have to times 60. That will be this over this. This will be your answer for part 2. So now it says Ravi takes 110 minutes to complete this full one. So this plus this needs to be equal to 110. So 720 over x plus 480 over x minus 1 equal to 110. Now let's simplify x to this. So how can we do this? We first have to do LCM. So we first cross multiply here, plus 480x divided by x. We multiply each other and then we cross multiply them. We have 110. So now we can cross multiply. We will have 720x minus, so what is 1.5 times 720? That will be 1080 plus 480 x equal to, that will be 110x times x 1.5. Simplify. This will be what? 720 plus 480. This is 200x minus 1080 equal to x squared. So 110 times 1.5 will be 165x. So now let's simplify. What do we have? Let's bring this over here. We will have 110 x squared. So minus 165 minus 1200, that will be minus 1365x plus 1080 equal to 0. So we can divide everywhere by 5. Let's see what we have. So 1110 divided by 5, we have 22. So 1365 divided by 5, we have 273. And last one is 1080 divided by 5, it will be 216 equal to 0. So as you can see, this is equal to this, so shown as required. Moving on to part 4. Solve this equation, giving your answer correct to 2 decimal places. So when you see this, you know that you have to use your formula. So let's say A will be equal to 22, B equal to minus 273, C is 216. Now formula will be x equal to minus b, which will be this, plus minus 273 square minus 4 times a times c, divide by 2a, which will be 44. Now let's simplify. What do we have inside? So 273 square minus 4 times a times c, that will be 273 plus minus square root of 55521 divided by 44. So let's do one by one. The first one, let's do plus. So 273 plus square root of this divided by 44, that will be 11.56. And just do minus 273 minus square root of 55521 divided by 44, you have 0.85. So these are the 2 possible answers for your equation. Now for part B, on Friday, Ravi ran the whole 20 km at the same average speed that he ran the final 8 km. So he ran at x minus 1.5, which means if you take x as 11.5.6, sorry, that will be his speed. Let's do that. 11.56 minus 1.5 will be 10.06 will be his speed for this journey. Now on Monday, calculate the time Ravi took to run 20k on Friday, giving your answers in hours and minutes. So this is 1 hour, so 20, so for his speed it will be 10.06 km in 1 hour. So 20 km will be 1 hour divided by 10.06 times 20. This will be in terms of hour. So let's do that. 1 divided by 10.06 times 20, that will be 1,497,503. So it take him this much hour. This is 1 hour here. And how much is this in minutes? So which is 497 over 503, which is this, times 60 for minutes, that will be 59 minutes. As you can see, correct 2 minutes, that will be 59. So this is the time it takes to travel this distance on B. That was question number 9. Moving on to question number 10, we have A is a point, minus 4 minus 1, B is a point, 2, 2, and BC is 4 minus 8. So we have A, B, and C here, as you can see from this diagram. So first question, find the midpoint of AB. So midpoint, we do x1 plus x2. So minus 4 plus 2 will be minus 2 over 2. Minus 1 plus 2 will be 1 over 2. Answer will be minus 1 and 1/2. Now for part B, find the gradient of AB. So we have to do gradient, we have to use a formula, which is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 here is 2 minus minus 1 divided by 2 minus minus 4. That will become 3 over 6, which is half. Now show that BC is perpendicular to AB. So the gradient of AB, let's say AB, is half. So what is the gradient of BC? As you can see, BC equal to 4 minus 8. So 4, distance 4 and minus 8, it will be like this. 4, 8. So as you can see, gradient is a slope. It will be 4. So it's the height divided by base. Height is 8, and since it is going down, it will be minus. So it will be minus 2. So you have to do gradient of AB times gradient of BC needs to give you the value of minus 1. That's how you show it is perpendicular. So let's try this. What is half times minus 2? It will be minus 1. So this is shown as perpendicular. Now for part D, we have ABCD is a rectangle. Find the coordinates of B. So let's say we have, this is B. As you have seen here, BC will be in this shape, right? This is point B, and this is point C in this direction. So let's try our best to draw a rectangle. So if this is BC, then AB will be somewhat like this. This is an approximate drawing of the rectangle ABCD. These two sides needs to be parallel to each other. So as you can see, that will be an approximate drawing of ABCD. So distance from this to here, as we have found, it is 4 and 8. As you can see here, 4, 8 to get this distance. So we know the point A. Point A is given to us as minus 4 minus 1. So for A to come to D, we have to move the same way that we move here. We have to move 4 and 8. So 4, 8. So let's do that. So from point A, we have to move the same distance. So which is 4 and 8. Going down will be minus 8, right? So let's find out what is the point D. That will be 0 and minus 9. So that is your point D. 0 and minus 9. So from point A, you have to move 4 to the right and 8 down. You will get the point D as 0 minus 9. Now moving on to part E. Calculate the perimeter of rectangle ABCD. So let's draw the same drawing again, as you can see here. Let's say this is our rectangle. This is the A, B, C, D. So we know BC is given to us as 4 minus 8. So if this is BC, let's find the modulus of BC for the length. That will be square root of 4 square plus minus 8 square. That will be 16 plus 64, which is that will be 80, right? So BC is square root of 80, and these two are the same, so this also will be square root of 80. And how about this one? We know the points A and B. So A is what? A is the point given to us as minus 4 minus 1. B is given to us as 2 2. So what is AB? Take B minus A. That will be 6 and 3. So what is modulus of AB? That will be square root of 6 square plus 3 square, which is 36 plus 9. that is 45. So this is 45 and 45 because it is a rectangle. So now find the perimeter. P will be this plus this plus this plus this, so it will be 2 times 45 plus 2 times square root of 80. So let's solve using our calculator. 2 times square root of 45 plus 2 times square root of 80, that will be 31.3. So your perimeter of this shape will be 31.3 units. That is for question number 10.